What up, people? What up, everybody? Ah, man, you never know when I'm pop in here. Could be a Friday, could be a Saturday, Tuesday. You never, ever know. What's up, y'all? What is going on with the peoples? Yo, who that? Zanitha, what up? What up, everybody? Oh, there they go. D Nice, Cynthia, Jay, what up? Magical, Penny, what's poppin'? Spelling, Michelle, what up, girl? Shelly Shell, what up, John? Nikki, Rondea, what's up, Danielle? Hotep, what up? What up, people? Come on in here, y'all. Been a minute, but like I said, I don't do these regularly. I do these when the universe tell me to send y'all some information. So you never know when you're gonna get them. That's why you gotta stay tuned. Make sure you hit that notification button because you never know when I'm gonna do this. So if you don't hit the notification button, it's probably you're probably not gonna catch me live. Just so we know. What up, Tish? Shout out to Tish, one of my mods in the chat room. Y'all say what up to Tish. She be handling y'all in that chat. Be smacking y'all up and down, so don't get crazy. Tish smack y'all niggas up in there. What up, y'all? So, one of the first things I wanted to show y'all was, I know y'all seen me in the thumbnail. So this is some of the new merch from the Know Your Rights Foundation. Now, we don't have the store up yet, so this stuff, you have to go to Reelnagas.com and go to the Know Your Rights Foundation, or excuse me, the Know Your Rights section at Reelnagas.com in the collections in order to get this stuff. So, but this is one of the shirts. This is what is your surety bond number, officer? Y'all already know. We told you that police officers, they got something called public official bonds. That's like police insurance, but it's a little bit so actually a little bit more strenuous than insurance. It's actually harsher for the police because it's actually credit. Because when on insurance, if you have an insurance violation, your insurance premium goes up. However, if you violate, if the police officer violates the terms of their bond, then they lose the money that's attached to that bond, which is usually somewhere around, on average, $70,000 to $75,000, all the way on up to a couple $100,000. They lose that money and have to pay it back. So then that goes on their credit. So that's what's different. That's the difference between insurance and a bond. So, but sometimes police officers have either or. So you actually, when a police officer walks up, you say, what is your name, badge, and surety bond or insurance number, officer? But we just got these right here. That's too much to put on the goddamn shirt. So we just got this one right here. This is what is your surety bond number, officer? Trust me, let them see this shit and watch their faces when they start tripping. Let me show you the rest of the stuff. See if I can get this in here. So this is the Know Your Rights Foundation shirt. Just to, y'all can see that it's the Know Your Rights Foundation shirt. Just a regular t-shirt. We got, what is your name and badge number? What up, boy? Give it up right off the bat. That's what you should be asking a police officer right from the jump. What is your name and badge number? Oh, there the color. That color there, that's the actual color. Thank you. Then we got the other one. This is the other what is your surety bond number. Let me see if I can pull that out. There it is. Oops, maybe right there. This is the other what is your surety bond number, officer. So we got two different versions. Then we got, I don't answer questions. If y'all know, let me see if there it is. Oh, wait, where is it? Come on, get that right in the color, man. Right, there it is. Hold up. So I don't answer questions. Police officers rolls up on you, start asking you, hey, where you coming from? You still live here? Where you going? All this. I don't answer questions. Bam, right there. Then this is self-explanatory right here. All rights reserved. Bam. You let them know right from the jump. This is called public notice or express notice. Right from the jump. You're letting police officers and everybody know you reserving them rights. All rights reserved, baby. Then we got another I don't answer questions. I like this one actually dope, which is right here. I like this joint right here. Oh yeah. Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion, officer? That's what you should be asking a police officer when they roll up on you. Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion? Or you can say, do you have RAS? They know exactly what you mean when you say, do you have RAS? Let me see that. I'm trying to get that color right there, right? Yeah. Right there, bam, there it is. Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion, officer? What up, Papa? Then we got another. This is another I don't answer questions. Officer. You got to start letting these cats know. If you don't say anything, then how do they know? It's called notice. You have to tell them, or else they will not. They don't know. They assume you consent. So you have to start telling them. Bam. What better way if you don't want to say it with your want to say it with your mouth? Here you go. Say it with your chest. Bam. Another. Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion, officer? Y'all see that right there? Bam. Trying to get that in there. Trying to get that color. That light is hitting off of it. But it's really red if y'all can see it. And the last joint. This is the other. What is your name and badge number, officer? So if you want any one of these, we got these in hoodies as well. You can see this is the hoodie version. It's the hoodie joint of I don't answer questions. Excuse me, this is the Know Your Rights Foundation right here. I don't answer questions. Like this joint right here. Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion? And again, what is your name? What is your surety bond number, partner? So it's getting cold. Y'all better get this stuff. Y'all better get y'all some hoodies. Let these po-po know when they roll up on you. You gotta say it with your chest. If you can't say it with your mouth, say it with your chest. But that's what we're doing. So that's for Know Your Rights Foundation. But if we don't have the store up for Know Your Rights Foundation yet on our website, so go to Reelnagas.com and order those if you want those. Excuse me. But make sure you still go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org to support and volunteer. Okay. Also, for the volunteers who go there, we're setting up a Discord. So we're actually setting up 2 Discords, one for Know Your Rights Foundation volunteers, so that everybody who volunteers, we can all come together and link up and strategize and unify under one mind, one harmony, one idea. Get many different ideas of what we want to do in the many different sections of because so many people are asking me, can I set up a different can I set up a branch of Know Your Rights Foundation in my city or in my state? So we're gonna have to link up everybody, and to do that, we're going to go through the Know Your Rights Foundation Discord. So people, when you go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and you volunteer, I will send you the link to that once you sign up for the volunteer. But for those people who just want to study the law, We have one for it's called the police stop law study class, or the police stop law study group. And so that's also a Discord. So that's a separate Discord for the people who just want to get in and learn the law. This is for people who you're trying to learn the law on your own, and you find it a little bit hard. This is people of like mind who are already learning the law. This is one giant group. This study group is already going on, so we're just actually increasing it, expanding it. So for everybody who needs to learn the law, you can jump on in there, and you can learn the law with people who know more law than you, but also and you can see that when they first started, it seemed hard, but they picked it up really quick. It seems harder than it is. This is the thing about the law. It seems harder than it is, but once you finally just start to do it, you'll see that it's actually not that hard, especially when you get with people of like mind who you can bounce stuff off of. So we're setting up both of those, the Discord, the Police Stop Law Discord, and the Know Your Rights Foundation Discord for volunteers. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to have the links for those very shortly. All right, so let's get on with it. So, how to survive in the Hokey. How many of y'all getting the Hokey? The X juice. How many of y'all got the X juice? Did you get it? Did your bosses make you get it? I know some of y'all did. A lot of y'all are hitting me up, man. And I feel for y'all because it's not lawful. None of this stuff is legal that they making us do. None of this stuff is legal. Like, absolutely none of it. Presidents can't make law. They're the part of the executive branch, which is why you see there's a rumor, or what they call a conspiracy theory out there, that Biden exempted the rest of the government from the mandate, right? But he didn't. He didn't have to, because he doesn't control the rest of the government. He only controls the executive branch. And he can only issue mandate. Really, he can't do that either. But when a mandate for the president is really an executive order. So he can only issue that for the executive branch and things that have to do with the executive branch. That's why the Congress and the judicial branch is like, hey, we ain't getting shit, nigga. Like, kick rocks, Biden, we ain't getting shit, fool. So, because he don't have control. But then they'll try to debunk that conspiracy theory by saying, no, it's not true that Biden didn't exempt the Congress from, because, the whole thing is that, the whole point was that not everyone in the government has to get it, but they're trying to make all of us get it. But they tried to focus on the point that it wasn't the fact that Biden made them or exempted them from getting it, that it's the fact that he didn't have the power to make them get it. So they're trying to do the bait and switch. Hey, don't look over here to the fact that you shouldn't be getting the shit in the first place. Just look over here. So it's all bullshit. But these mandates, they have no power in law unless you give it the power. I've been telling y'all this a long time. Go look up Judge Napolitano. He's been breaking this stuff off. He's been on TV, on talk shows and podcasts, everywhere he can for the last few months, telling you how they don't have the right to do this. This is a judge, a constitutional law professor. This nigga still teaches constitutional law right now. This nigga was a judge for damn near 30 years. Still teaching constitutional law, and this nigga is telling you that these motherfuckers have no goddamn power, no right. Is unlawful for them to be making you do what the hell they making you do. But you know why it's working? Because you don't know shit. You don't know a goddamn thing. That's why it's working. If you don't know they can't do it to you, then shit, of course. So the very first thing I wanted to break down is the fact that there is no actual mandate. Did y'all know that? Biden has not signed anything. He has not written up anything. He has not signed anything. I'll say it again, there is no actual written out federal mandate. None. This nigga just got in front of the stage. He got up on the mic and freestyle and told the corporations he was gonna kick their ass if they didn't start mandating it for the citizens. If he didn't start mandating it for their employees, everybody over 100. But he didn't sign anything. He just got up there and said, "Hey, nigga, make them niggas get that shit." And then he just went back and sat down, and then basically he just punked them. he just literally punked them. But there is no actual mandate, and the reason is because once there is an actual mandate, you can take that mandate into court, and then it'll get wiped out immediately because of the Constitution. It's not constitutional. They know that. So that's why he ain't wrote shit out. He like, nigga, if we write this shit out, it's all over. So we just gotta hope and pray that these goddamn corporations are some bitches. And they listen to what the fuck we say, nigga. Hey, bitch, make these niggas get it. But if the corporation stood up to it, they would win. Because the government doesn't have any right to make you do that. But how they're doing it is if you have any type of federal connection, like you got some federal contract, or you got liquor license that has to deal with the Fed and all of that, that places you in something called a federal area. All right, this is how they got control. The federal government gained control over Americas because the federal government was only supposed to have a 10 square mile radius jurisdiction, right? It's in the Constitution. Federal government was only a small little bureau. It was literally like it's supposed to be like a little agency, like a management agency. If you place your mind, the federal government was like a management agency for the United States, for all the states. In case somebody wanted to talk to them, to the states, the sovereign states, they had to talk to the federal government first. Hey, you got to talk to my manager first, nigga. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Hey, nigga, I want 200 grand. I want a hotel, nigga. I want all my crew paid for on the plane. I want a private jet because we don't fly that damn. We don't fly commercial, my nigga. So that's what the Fed is doing. When the Fed is talking to other governments for you, that's what the Fed is doing. Foreign policy. That's what they were created for. And also, if we have disputes, if any of the states have disputes between themselves, that's it. That's all. That's all the Fed was created for. But then they also said that they can expand their power if whatever land they bought, and also if somebody seceded land to them or ceded land to them, meaning gives them land as a gift, right? So then they can apply that jurisdiction to those lands that they acquire. So over a certain amount of time, from buying up land and stealing it, jacking it, they can apply that 10 square mile radius over the land. So say if I got 10 square miles here, then I purchased another property 9 miles away. Then that's 2 10 square mile radiuses that's overlaps. That gives me a super wide map right there. Then I bought another property about another 9 miles away. So then that gives me another 10 miles. So that's linking all of those. So that's literally giving me a blanket of jurisdiction. As I buy more property that's close in jurisdiction, I can just overlap those properties and they become something called a federal area, right? So also, if you receive any types of gifts or money from the federal government, that places you not actually, but figuratively in the federal area jurisdiction. So that means you have to abide by federal law. Now, again, there is no federal mandate there is none. He hasn't written it. It's not, because soon as he does, the Republican niggas is gonna take that shit right to the court. Immediately, nigga, before the last ink of drug, yeah. So as soon as he do that, it's a nigga right there waiting to snatch that paper off the damn desk and run straight to the courthouse with him. Like, hey, nigga, fuck this. We suing. Because he don't got no right to do that, and he know it. So how does he do this shit? How does he do it? Or how do they justify doing this shit? They say, okay, corporations, Y'all niggas got any type of federal connection, you better, this is just it's just a threat, remind you, just a threat. Y'all got any type of federal connection, you better do it, or we pulling our federal assistance. We pulling everything Fed from y'all niggas. Y'all getting locked out of the Fed. So the corporations are scared and they just jumping ahead and trying to get ahead of the game. And that's why you guys are seeing, oh man, appreciate you. Who was that? Millums? Oh, appreciate you. So you're seeing them jump out and get ahead of the game. And so just in case it starts coming down the pike, they don't want to get sued or get mashed up by the federal government. So they'd rather be harsh to you and then rather have the federal government be smashing on them. So that's what's happening right now, because they also know you don't know the law and know how to fight back against this shit. This is the only way they can do this. A mandate is not law. Mandates are issued by the court, not by governors or presidents. A mandate is literally, the legal definition is a court order or court command, a command issued by the court. Not a mayor, not a governor, not a president. But they use this word because they know, you don't really know what it means, and you just gonna take it and roll with it. So there is no actual mandate. The only thing that they can do is call states of emergency. So America, they've under COVID, they called state of emergency, right? Most states call the state of emergency, which puts the governors in power and enforces their executive orders. But these states are not really in a state of emergency. No one is dying like crazy. The death numbers are going down. In September, they said there was a 35% drop in cases. 35%, that's a lot in September. Are you kidding me? So, but you're not hearing that on the news because they got to keep this bullshit going, because if we tell y'all that the shit is getting better, then we lose our power. Remember, this is a power grab. Y'all better understand what this shit is. This is a power grab from you niggas. You're the only motherfuckers in the world where the power is vested in the people from the government. Y'all understand that? Y'all really don't understand that, man. Y'all better fucking start learning this goddamn law. This is the real deal. The power of the government is vested in you. That's a roadblock for them. So how do they get around it? Oh, we'll just threaten the corporations, because y'all niggas are linked up with so many corporations. We'll threaten them bitch ass niggas and make them niggas take your rights. They done found a loophole in the Constitution, but it's really not a loophole. It's really not a loophole, because if you understand who you're dealing with, corporations, there's a way to deal with them. So I know you've seen the world, the whole thing is ramping up. It's not going well for them. The protest in New York and Chicago is going crazy. Like 50% of the popo in Chicago was like, bitch, we that lady mayor, it was like, fuck you, bitch. We ain't taking nothing, bitch. And she crazy. She talking about you don't have the right to be insubordinate to the police. Bitch, this is my body. You trying to tell me I don't have the right to say what I want to do with my body? You fucking lost your damn mind. That's insane. This is what they'll try to the narrative they're trying to push and have everybody believe. You don't have the right to do with your body what you want to do when you are a part of society. You have to be responsible to the rest of us. What the fuck? No, that ain't what they said in the Constitution. They didn't say all this shit. We mean everything in this goddamn Constitution unless niggas get sick. All of this shit get thrown out of the window. No, they didn't say that. Again, your freedom is the utmost value, and this is what they're coming for. They know they have to do it in subversive ways. They know they have to do it in ways where you can't really fight back lawfully. So I'm just going to say it's a mandate and then not really write it out. Well, what the fuck? That means these niggas can never really sue me for anything because I never really issued it. Did I? Where's the mandate? I don't see it. Ain't no mandate, my nigga. Hey, Your Honor, do you see a mandate, Your Honor? That's what they doing. So again, y'all got to start pushing back against this shit because there's really no goddamn mandate. Your bosses are making you do this when there's not even a mandate making them do it. Y'all know that? There's not even a real mandate from the Fed making the corporations, the businesses do this to you. They're just scared as fuck and doing it. So unless it's an executive order by the governor, which is still an executive order when your state is in a state of emergency, and it's been ruled on in your state that a governor is allowed to do that under a state of. You see all the shit that got to go down. It has to be a state of emergency. Then the court has to rule that they have that power to suspend your constitutional rights under the state of emergency. I mean, all of this shit has to go down. None of this shit has happened. But you just giving that shit up. Here you go, my nigga. You want some more? What the fuck, man? So, the police, though, everybody, most of the people who are in the governments, the city governments, you know, the police, the nurses, the EMTs, all of them, they're not fucking with this. They're not fucking with it. And that's major. Excuse me. And that's major because if the city shut down, who the fuck gonna run this motherfucker? See, this is the big standoff. They don't have any. They're doing all this shit, but they don't have anybody to enforce this shit. Even in California, one of the sheriff said, "We're not enforcing these. The Hokey mandates. We're not enforcing that shit." The sheriff, he was like, "Nigga, hey, you go ahead. Y'all go ahead, nigga. We ain't enforcing that shit." So now what? So this is the war that's coming down. Melanated people, we're not focused on this though. We don't see it. The Caucasian people see it. The war for your freedom and your rights in America is coming up because if they finally take down America, which is the template for all of this democracy shit, supposed democracy shit around the world where the people have the power, if they take you down, then that's a wrap for the rest of them. That's a wrap for the rest of them. And it's becoming so easy because they know you don't know anything. So this is what they're doing right now. This is the big flex. This is the big flex. So in school, you got a bully, and the bully is always walking out with his chest out, acting like he'll smack a nigga up because he got all the power in the world. This is what he looked like. Nigga may be swole as shit, super tall. Nigga got this crazy, gangster crazy look on his face. Nigga got 4 arms the size of goddamn fucking 2x4s. And he always walking around all gangster shit. And you make it, if you look at the nigga, he look like he'll smack your face in the next week. But what if that one nigga who just been watching this nigga the whole time, just sitting back peeping and saying, you know what? I ain't never seen that nigga actually whoop nobody ass. Like this nigga, he be looking at niggas crazy, and he talk to niggas crazy, but I ain't never seen this nigga really touch a nigga. Okay. Hey, bitch ass nigga. Fuck you. Now what? That's when you get that dude who been watching you the whole time floss. He gonna step up and test your shit. Because he been watching. He seen your whole game. He know what to do. He know you full of shit. Now when you get tested, then what? Because usually that nigga who walking around like this is full of shit. A real gangster don't have to talk. You can look at that motherfucker and know if I say something wrong to that nigga, that's a wrap for me. So a real gangster ain't got to motherfucking be all, hey nigga, I'm the hardest nigga. Ooh, trust me, a real nigga ain't got to do that shit at all. So he done peep that dude, and he know I can take this nigga out in 3 moves. You niggas, American citizens with your freedom government and all of that shit, you the big buff nigga. You got all the muscles and all the look, all the mouthy mouth, all of that in the world. But you niggas ain't never really smacked the motherfucker, huh? You ain't smacked your government. Not at all. Do you know that the government has not authorized a war since the fucking since the early 1900s, since like 1940 or 1950 or some shit. Did y'all know that? But how many wars we've been in since then? That's because the president will just go off and gangster do it and tell Congress, now what you gonna do? Stop me, nigga. Which Congress is supposed to authorize war, not the president. But he know that the Congress is bitches and they ain't gonna do shit. Now the bitch magnifying glass is turned on you niggas who don't know the law, who been talking about I'm free and the home of the land and the free of the brave and all of this and that shit, nigga, for fucking the last 100-something years. Rolling around America, we're free. Doing all that shit. Fucking 100 years, nigga, we free over here, nigga. Fuck that shit over in that third world shit, nigga. We free over here, cuz. You doing all that shit. The whole land of the free. Y'all doing all of this shit and don't know shit about your government. When this nigga come and put this big ass boot up your damn sovereign ass, your free ass, you got nothing to say. You got a boot tampon. You niggas got a boot tampon with an American flag logo on it, nigga. Up your motherfucking ass. Because you've been walking around here flexing like you the big bad gangster and you don't know how to fight. You ain't got no hands whatsoever. So, this is what the government is doing. So, if y'all don't understand, because what they'll try to use is the old Supreme Court case of Jacobson versus Massachusetts, right? I've talked about this before. Jacobson versus Massachusetts. The brother was, they had a smallpox outbreak and the brother didn't want to get it. The state said, nope, nigga, you got to get it. They took him to court, charged him, and then the court ruled against him, right? Said that he had to get it. Or no, didn't say he had to get it. Fined him. Sorry. The court fined him. It didn't say that he had to get it, but it did say that the government had a right to regulate the state or the laws for the public health, right? So what they'll use is that to say that we can force you to get the Hokey, right? This is what they're using. Now, this is why you got to go fuck with Judge Napolitano, because he'll break all of this shit down. Now, what has to happen, that ruling in the Supreme Court, that Supreme Court ruling only meant that the states have to legislate that into existence. They just can't, the governor just can't come and say, you know what, we had the right, the Supreme Court says the state got the right to motherfucking make you do this. The governor is not the state. The state legislature is the motherfuckers who make the laws, just like the legislature of the federal government is the people who make the federal laws. You have a state legislature and you have a federal legislature. Your state legislature makes those laws, and they cannot make a mandate without the state legislature making it into law. I mean, you got to vote on it. There has to be a bill, and these motherfuckers have to take the bill, and the bill has to be voted on, and all that shit. They just can't be like, hey, you know what, nigga? Y'all got to get it. The Supreme Court said it, like, nigga, 100 years ago. No, nigga, the Supreme Court said that the states had the power to regulate that and legislate it into existence if they needed to. Not the governor can just come in, or the mayor can just come in and say, oh, you have to do this. But you know what? You niggas don't know that shit. None of y'all know this law, so it's easy for these niggas to come and put the mandate smack down. The mandate pimp hand. These niggas is smacking the shit out of you niggas. Y'all are Kunta Kinte. What's your name, boy? Kunta Kinte. Toby. Y'all better start learning your goddamn rights. You have no idea that they have no right to do this shit to you. So, what's the only way through this shit? The only way through this shit was a few ways. So, if you're melanated, and you're not an immigrant, you got to change your status. That's the major way out of this. You remember, you're dealing with a corporation. These are not governments, you're dealing with corporations. So corporations have to have you under contract. You have to have contractual obligations in order for you to have to abide by corporate policy, right? So the only reason that you're obligated to do this is because you're under the 14th Amendment contract. The 14th Amendment is a contract. It's a contract where they give you privileges and immunities in exchange for your slavery, your freedom. You be my slave, my slave, not his slave, my slave, subject to me, in my time and when I want. And I give you niggas all the privileges and immunities you want. How about that? No rights. You niggas don't get rights. That's for the other niggas. But you get all the privileges and immunities you want, nigga. How that sound? Don't that sound good, my nigga? Because if you had rights, then you'd be able to tell us what to do. So we can't give you rights, because that's for the other niggas who have the right to tell us what to do. However, you got them privileges and immunities, nigga. You can go see LeBron. Don't you want to go see LeBron? I want to go see LeBron. Actually, I don't. But nigga, you want to go see LeBron, don't you? Well, shit, nigga. Nigga, go sign the goddamn contract. Sign that contract. Oh, hey, nigga, you also got to get this X juice. You want to go see LeBron? Well, shit, nigga, you got to be X juiced up too. That's one of the things, my nigga. Sorry. Do you see the fine print? It's right there, nigga. Right there. Nigga, hey, what the magnifying glass so this nigga can see the fine print where it say he got to be hokeyed up. That's what's going on. You niggas do not know anything about the law. You don't know anything about contracts. None of that. It's time for you to wake up to that. If you don't, you're fucked. Sorry to tell you. I'm not going to sit up and sugarcoat the shit with you. There is no in-between at this point. You see what the fuck they doing. Either you're getting the X juice or you're called anti-Hokey, anti-X juice. And they're creating this bridge, this separation between the two. Why? Because they're creating a new world order where there's going to be this niggas hokeyed up and the unhokeyed up. This is coming. They're trying to push it. We're fighting back. We're fighting back. So it's hard as fuck for them to do this because their narrative, the numbers, and what's actually going on doesn't match with their narrative. So it's so hard for them to try to push for this, which is why, they'll try to stay away from social media and all the rest of that. They only stick with CNN and MSNBC. And even Fox is telling the truth, man. Fox, these motherfuckers is telling all the truth. Now, you in some bullshit, nigga, when Fox is telling the truth. Like, goddamn, nigga, Fox telling the truth, nigga? Nigga, what's his name? What's that motherfucker, that super Caucasian nigga that be on there? Carlton, whatever his name is. Tucker Carlson. That motherfucker telling the truth. So, when you know that shit is, when you know them niggas are telling the truth, it's the major game is afoot. The major game is at hand. So, you have to get your status right. Oh, man, appreciate you. Kurt Sr., appreciate you. So you got to get your status right. That's the major way out of it. If you're melanated, if you're indigenous, aboriginal, you got to get your status right. Reclaim that. Get out of those contracts. You got to get out of that corporate contract. Who was that? Oh, Frank White. What up? Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Got to get out of that contract. Sorry. You call yourself FBA or ADA or whatever the fuck. All these goddamn initials. if it got black in it, you still a slave. Sorry. You got black anywhere in your goddamn shit, you ain't getting out of nothing. At no point in time did any of the aboriginals call themselves black. Sorry. This wasn't like that. We were attributes of nature. We weren't colors. We weren't adjectives. crayons in a box. So, you got to start taking that back. That's the first thing. That's one of the ways out. So one of the other ways out is you're going to have to link up, start creating some type of corporation, organizations. I've told you this before. You're in the age of corporations. So the true way to fight back against that is with corporations. Is with the same body. You got to have that same type of body. If I'm jumping into a Muay Thai fight, and I only know how to, I only know how to use my hands, and this nigga know how to use his hands and feet, I'm gonna get my ass beat. Most likely. That's not a guarantee, but most likely I'm gonna get my ass beat from a nigga who know how to use his feet and hands, and I only know how to use my hands because I can't get close enough to him to tag him because he can always use his feet to keep me at distance. You see, he has the advantage because he's in the vehicle, he's in the better vehicle for the situation. You niggas have to do the same thing. You got to start corporating up. You can make corporations out of yourself. Excuse me. You can make corporations out of yourself, out of your name. If you Aloysius Jenkins, you can be Aloysius Jenkins LLC. Bobby Rutabaker LLC, whatever the hell your name is. You can do that. Okay, and then get corporate bank accounts where it's harder for them to take money out of your bank account. Because y'all don't understand, they're about to start, the government is trying to start looking into your bank. I told y'all this last week. $600 or more, they trying to allow the IRS to look into your bank account. If you got 600 of any transactions that are $600 or more, they want the government, the IRS, to be able to look into your damn bank account. Again, y'all don't understand. That's crazy. That is when the IRS was able to look into your personal shit. That's a constitutional violation. That's a violation of your privacy. But nobody is saying anything about that shit. Yeah, go ahead, IRS, go ahead and look at my bank account. What the fuck? No. But this again, every right I take from you that you don't fight back against, nigga, the house starts to crumble, nigga. The house starts to crumble. Then we can rebuild this fake ass bullshit house, this house that's connected to everybody, every other house in the world, built on some old one world government shit. But again, you guys have the strongest palace in the world. You guys got a fortress, and you letting these niggas take it apart brick by brick. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? Get out there and learn your fucking rights. Look, man, you see this shit? Told this before. Penal code. Bam. Don't let these po-po be able to roll up on you. This is a penal code book. This is the Constitution. Y'all see this shit? The Constitution. It's the Black's Law Dictionary. Yes, you got to get your asses out there and start learning the goddamn law. That shit right there is a workout. I can pick them 3 books up and squat with them and fucking burn about 1,000 calories with them 3 books. Not to say that y'all have to do that. Most of that stuff is online. If that's the better way you learn, if you learn that way. You should have books, though. Books hold energy that help you, that assimilate some of that frequency and vibration. It assimilates to your frequency and vibration, your aura, which is why it's good to have books, actual tangible books. They be like, oh, you can learn the same thing from the internet. No, it's not the same thing. The book actually holds a frequency and vibration. It just does. Yeah, you can read the words the same thing, but the book and the words also create a whole different frequency and vibration when you're holding it, when you're going over it with your mind. It's a whole different experience. So I'm not saying that you have to get that, but it'll teach you better. You'll learn better when you actually have the books. But you got to do it. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all, it's the funniest shit in the world. Y'all want to fight back and be talking about the white man, the white supremacy, and this and that, nigga, and fuck this shit and fuck that. Hey, nigga, yeah, fuck America too. However, what you gonna do when America gone? What else? You got some other shit in mind? Because if somebody else got some other shit in mind, let me know. Where you're as free as you are in this motherfucker. Even though it's you perceptually free, you're contractual slaves, but perceived to be free. Your body's free. You can still do whatever the fuck you want on the surface. Where the fuck else you gonna go and have a government like that? Everybody else trying to get the fuck over here. Every other motherfucking place in the world is trying, every other place is trying to get their asses to this damn place because you have the most freedom out of any goddamn government in the world, period. It's not even close. It's not even close. Do you even know that if this shit were to break up, it would break up and just the states would just become different sovereign republics? That's how ill this is, because you're under 50 different sovereign countries. The only thing that would happen, mostly that would happen, was America would break up into sovereign republics. There would be chaos from that shit at first, but America could break up into different sovereign republics. But what niggas gonna be behind that shit? If that shit were to happen. Huh? Where you gonna be? Nigga, you fuck now, nigga. If they start breaking up into sovereign republics like that, and the states are allowed to implement their own shit, and all your federal leeway that you made this thus far in this system, and that shit goes away, man, you fucked. So you better start fucking learning it and exercising that shit. I mean, you niggas are the most adverse people to law and government in the world, but you get your asses beat the most. Niggas, I don't get it. You get your asses beat the most, but don't want to learn the goddamn rules to the system at all. Nigga, if I'm in, if wherever the fuck I go, nigga, if I'm there, nigga, I gotta learn the rules of how to get down. All right, I can't go to that hood over there because them niggas is crazy. All right, these were okay. Gotta stay away from over there because ain't nothing but hoes over there. You know, I may visit that one time down the way, but not right now. All right, we'll stay away from that. All right, then okay, all right, well, all right, don't go over there because this crazy ass motherfucking the Ku Klux Klan. Them niggas. All right, you gotta know the rules of what's going on, so you know how to maneuver. Niggas, the law is the rules to this shit. Once you know it, that's a wrap. You don't gotta go back and learn it again. I'm trying to tell y'all. You gotta spend a little amount of time to learn it. You do. But then once you know it, you have it forever. You have that shit. Not only just what's out there, but the understanding of how to know the law, of what to do, the language of the law. That's really what you're trying to learn, is the language of the law. Because no matter what they put out there after that point, you know it. They can't put shit out there that you can't understand like they do now, giving you a term called mandate and making you think that the term mandate mean law. But because you don't know shit about the law, you think that. So again, that's the only way you're gonna have to knuckle up. Yeah, you're gonna have to knuckle up. You got to get your legal hands. Sorry, that's just the way it's gonna have to be. Because they are literally coming for your rights. And you have to link up with some of these Caucasian motherfuckers. Sorry. Right now, you gotta put that bullshit to the side. Because the Caucasians are truly the ones who know what's going on, and they're pushing back. They know the system, they know the government, they know the law way better than you niggas. Sorry. They know the law way better than you niggas. So right now, it's about, you have a common goal and common interest right now. And that's freedom of your person. That is the utmost. If you don't have that, you don't have shit. If I don't got autonomy and freedom over my body, then none of this shit matters. Nothing. If I can't do what the fuck I want to do with my body, then what the fuck am I doing? What the fuck we doing, nigga? What are we doing here? So that should be #1 priority. And for that, you're going to have to start linking up with Caucasians that are on that same ideal. Y'all ain't got to fucking agree on every goddamn thing, but this thing right here, you need some unity on. And it don't have to be the same skin tone. It has to be of like minds. The mind. All is mind. Y'all know. The Kabbalion. Make sure y'all understand and get that damn Kabbalion. All is mind. So you got to link with like-minded people in order to affect change. And that doesn't matter what color, their skin tone is, or what color of the rainbow, the spectrum that their skin is reflecting. That's really what your color is. You're not that color. That means you're reflecting that color in the light spectrum. So it doesn't matter. Get away from that bullshit that this person is that, this person is that. It's all an illusion. What's real is them niggas being able to throw your ass in the goddamn Hokey camp if you don't get it. Especially if you're in New York. They've already written that up. And I told you, go watch the Jesse Ventura episode, the first season, episode 5. secret societies, and then season 2, police state. I don't know what episode that was, but police state. Go watch that. Both of those, they told you that they was gonna plan out this whole pandeezy. It was gonna plan it out and then force people to get hokeyed up. They said that 10, 11 years ago. Now you living right in it. And now you got to fucking figure out how to get out of this shit. Also, for the people who did get it, I told you Ali Muhamed Bey from Arna, the Aboriginal Republic of North America. Go look him up. He has a detox from the Hokey. So Dr. Ali, Dr. Ali Muhamed Bey from Arna, the Aboriginal Republic of North America. I have the link. If you want to go buy it, I'll put the link in the description box. But off the chain, he knows the stuff on that. So if you by some reason you had to, they forced you to get the X juice, and you got the little aliens floating around in your body, and you want to kill it, you got the little squid alien, and you want to kill it before this nigga starts taking over. No, I'm just fucking with you. But you want to take it out, I'll put the link to Ali Muhamed, to the Hokey cleanse, the X juice cleanse, in the description box. And so, just getting back to these corporations, I just want to make sure that you understand that it's not only corporations. You can set up foundations like we did. You can set up trust. All of these things but you have to link up though. Remember, these things corpus means body. So all it means is all of us coming together to create a giant body like Voltron. That's why these niggas are so powerful, because there's so many of them linked together forming Voltron of their own. So that's what you have to do. All of us are out here individually scattered around and shit. Yeah, we all dope as shit individually, but you got no power really like that. Yeah, this nigga dope over there, that nigga dope over there, that nigga dope over there, but if we ain't together, that means absolutely nothing. I can go over there and wipe that nigga out. I can come over here, wipe that nigga out, and go over there and wipe that nigga out. Individually. You have to start linking up, period, but do it the way that they do it. You gotta, do it through the law. Corporate up. Figure out a goddamn name. Figure out a purpose for your corporation. Do something like that and link and get that shit done, because these are the only things that are going to be able to flourish in the future. They know you don't know too much about that at all. So they coming in, they're mashing out on you individually. They're not doing this to the corporate entities. As you see, the corporate entities are able to do whatever the fuck they want to do. They only mashing out on the real people, not the artificial people. The real people is getting mashed on. So again, you guys got to link up and create a corporation, foundation, or a trust, something like that. Come together and learn that law. Again, I'm starting the 2 discords: Know Your Rights Foundation Discord for the volunteers who go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org and sign up if you want to start a branch in your town or your state or whatever. But you got to learn the law first. You just can't open up a branch. So if you want to link up, we'll start to train and learn that law so that you can open up branches and be able to get people to learn the law in your part of town, your part of the state. But that's the name of the game. And then I want y'all, did y'all hear about Fauci, how the government admitted that your boy lied about the lab leak, not the lab, but he lied about the funding of the gain of function. He lied. Like right in front of Rand Paul. We said, "You, Rand Paul, I want to tell you personally that you don't know what you're talking about. And I want to say that personally and publicly. You don't know what you're talking about." This motherfucker was lying his ass off. These motherfuckers be lying their ass off. Straight up theater. Because Rand Paul could have been like, "Hey, nigga, fuck you. Eat a dick. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, nigga. I can't read, bitch ass nigga." He could have did that. Why didn't he? because it's theater. Rand Paul's supposed to look like the opposition. He's supposed to look like he's chastising Fauci because Rand Paul, he went and got hokeyed up, didn't he? So if he was really against Fauci and he thought all of this shit was it, he wouldn't have got hokeyed up. So you ain't really, nigga, the opposition. You supposed to look like the opposition. So we go, hey, yeah, Rand Paul, my nigga. Fuck that nigga Fauci, nigga. I'm with Rand Paul, cuz. We supposed to do that. So Rand Paul, he can go back. When he see Fauci in the back room, be like, hey, nigga, you see how I got you? You see how I got you, nigga? Hey, you see how I got you, man? I told you that you didn't know what you were talking about. That was great theater, wasn't it, bro? Oh, my God. My heart was pumping. That's how these niggas be doing in the back. It's all the fucking game, y'all. But that nigga lied in front of Congress, and they found out the nigga lied. And also, the nigga is torturing. This is why they coming for him. All the lies, they ain't coming for the nigga. They found out this nigga lied 50 million times. Opened up his emails, found out this nigga lied. He had 25 emails going back and forth to Bill Gates. Why the hell you talking to Bill Gates, nigga? Why the fuck is you talking to Bill Gates, nigga? 25 emails right before this shit come out. You got 25 emails back and forth between you and Bill Gates. What the fuck, nigga? Nobody's asking none of this. But as soon as they find out that this nigga was torturing dogs, fuck this nigga Fauci, let's kill him, nigga. I just kill Fauci, nigga. Fuck. They going crazy. Let's stab this nigga. They going crazy. Caucasian world is going nuts when they found out this nigga was torturing animals. I mean, like doing it for years. Crazy stuff. Like, and this is a little graphic, y'all. This nigga in this video, he would put dogs in their head in a net, in a mesh net. He would sedate the dogs, put the dog's head in a mesh net, and then put them in a room and release sandflies, starving sandflies in the room. And the sandflies would eat the dogs alive. Because they were trying to say that this sandfly had some type of parasite, that viral parasite that they were trying to study that could be dangerous to humans, and they were trying to figure it out or whatever. Killing these dogs like that, letting these dogs get eaten alive. Little bitty ass dogs, too, little beagles and shit, like Snoopy and shit. Fucked up. Now this nigga's evil. Now he was evil before that shit. All the other evil shit this nigga did, but now that this motherfucker is letting sandflies eat dogs alive, oh shit, this nigga fuck, this nigga the devil. This nigga been the devil, but nigga you really the devil if you start killing dogs, which is really fucked up. Them dogs, holy shit. That is absolutely some fucked up shit. Noble, appreciate you, brother. Thank you, everybody for the super chats, man. I appreciate y'all. But so this is the game. This is the game that's coming down the way. This is a major grab, major money grab or freedom grab. And if y'all value your freedom at all, and I know y'all do, because now y'all start not to go, you're not able to go anywhere. It's starting to ramp up. You haven't really seen it yet, but what happens when it really kicks in? That shit really, and you really, like, nigga, what you mean? I can't go what? Nigga, I was just about to go grab me a sandwich. Do you have your vaccination card, sir? Or proof that you've been negative, you have a negative test within the last 3 days? Nigga, that shit is going to start ramping up and ramping up. Unless you start fighting back against it. You got to start getting with these goddamn Caucasian people who are doing this, man, and fighting back. But you also got to start suing these niggas. You got to start suing these goddamn governments. In California, if you're in California, there's something called the Unruh Act in California, where it says it's built off of the Civil Rights Act. Excuse me. Built off the Civil Rights Act, where it says that a business can't discriminate against sex, race, religion, all this and that. And it lists a whole things of, you know, perception of, you know, gender, all, I mean, you can't discriminate on none of that. And this is California Civil Code, Section 51, if you're in California. It's called the Unruh Act. Look that shit up. Most of you should have something that's like that in your state. See, this is a law that it makes it a federal crime for businesses to discriminate against you. So this is how this going excuse me, this is how this works. They're trying to say, okay, well, we can't let you in because there's a government mandate, right? We can't let you in as a government mandate. You know, you have to show us, you know, it's not us, it's the government. So how this works is, okay, so the discrimination part is you have a religious exemption, right? They can't discriminate on you based off a religious exemption, which is why I'm writing up a religious exemption if you guys want to wait for mine. However, you should go to thehealthyamerican.org and get theirs. Theirs be working. But, excuse me, if you go in there with your religious exemption and they try to deny you for that, there's a penalty for that, right? There's a whole slew of penalties that you can sue the restaurant or whatever establishment that's trying to keep you out. There's a whole slew of federal penalties that they fall under. The mandate, or what they perceive as a mandate, doesn't protect them from the lawsuit. Remember, the mandate is not law. So that mandate won't protect them from being personally liable from discriminating against you. And how are they liable? Because if they're letting people in who got hokeyed up, and people who are hokeyed up by the cat dog cat agency's own admission, they can still catch it and transmit it. But you're not testing them and you're testing me. That's discrimination based off the fact that I don't have it, but they can still get it and transmit it. So you can have a whole room of people who are hokeyed up passing this around when you just assume that someone who's not hokeyed up has it and is passing it. That is the very definition of discrimination, and you would win probably 10 times out of 10, unless you just got some judge who was paid and, you know, and was down for the system. But that right there is the very definition of discrimination. You're making me show you evidence that I've been hokeyed up, and you're denying me entry because of the fact that I may be spreading something because I haven't been hokeyed up, when it's been shown by the cat dog cat that a person who is hokey can still get it and spread it and die from it, as Colin Powell allegedly just did. So that is the very definition of discrimination. You would win. Just got to have your law lingo right. So this way, you know, like I said, I'm writing up a religious exemption letter. So if you want to wait for mine, I should have it in the next week or so. I just want to make sure mine is airtight. I don't fuck around with the law. I don't rush shit. I want to make sure all the stuff that I have in it is correct. But if you want to wait for that, if not, go to thehealthyamerican.org and get theirs, because that shit is working. And you just may have to tweak it a little bit for yourself. And the last thing I want to talk to y'all about is the movie Dune. Man, have y'all seen the movie Dune? Go watch Dune, y'all. Goddamn. Dune is off the chain. That shit is like it's like Game of Thrones. It's like a Star Wars, Game of Thrones. So Star Wars, the story of Star Wars is not that good. If you watch Star Wars, it's cool, but you know, it's more about the philosophy of the Force and all of that with Star Wars. Game of Thrones, the story is great, right? This has a Game of Thrones type of storyline with the type of world building that Star Wars kind of had. This shit is supposed to be like crazy, but it's you know, it's like 5 books. If you who wrote those books? I forgot who wrote the books, but man, this stuff is based off of you know, it's telling the story of the ancient Greeks, the ancient German culture, the Moors who live in the desert, they're called the freemen. Man, y'all, man, I don't want to tell y'all too much of the symbolism. I want y'all to go watch it. But there's so much symbolism in there. I may have to do a breakdown, a Moorish breakdown myself of just what's going on behind the scenes, because most people don't even know all the symbolism that's in it. That book, those books were written in the 60s when these cats were super masons. Like, this is where George Lucas read this book before he did Star Wars. A lot of the ideas from Star Wars came from this book, Dune, just so y'all know. So go watch Dune. And this not the one from 84. There's one that's also in 1984. Don't watch that one. This one, though, that just came out, this shit is off the chain. Now, I'll say this. This is a disclaimer. There is some, we are the white man. I am the white man, and I can do anything. You got that going in there, the white savior kind of shit. However, if you're able to look past that, look past the white savior bullshit, and just watch it for the movie that it is, and then look at the symbolism behind, and look who they have to go through in order to be great. That's all I'm going to say. Look who the star has to go through in order to become great. This movie Dune is off the chain, though. This is also about, it goes back to the Mamluk dynasty. See, when you're talking about these germs, so basically it deals with these houses, these certain houses that are in the space future. They're Greek. They're based off of Greek and German. But this is, and they're also supposed to be ruling in a dynasty in the desert, right? That goes to the Mamluk dynasty, when the Mamluks ruled Egypt for 300 years. Y'all better go look at that shit up. Caucasians, Caucasian dynasty called the Mamluk dynasty, which means pale slave. Mamluk means the pale slave. That dynasty ruled for 300 years, ruled Kemet for 300 years. And so they know that, and they play up on that. That's really what the Shriners is about. The Shriners with the fezzes and all that. It's a homage to the Moors, but it's homage to them, because when they ruled, they were Islam too. They were an Islamic dynasty, the Mamluks. So when they ruled Kemet for 300 years. So when you go to the grotto, if they allow you, go to the grotto in Virginia, at the George Washington Museum in Virginia. Go down to the basement in the grotto where you see all the fezzes in there, and you're gonna see a lot of some of the Mamluk dynasties on those fezzes. So it's paying a shrine to the Mamluks also, as well as the Moors, but the Mamluks. So y'all better understand this history. But Dune deals kind of with that, right? When the Mamluks, the Caucasians, ruled the desert. And that was the Mamluk dynasty. So watch that shit. Go peep that shit. All right, and is that it for me? Yeah, that's all I had to tell y'all today. But I'm trying to impress upon you guys that because we're in such a dire situation right now with the Hokey mandates. The only true way for y'all to get out of this is to learn your rights, man. You have them. You do. But if you don't know them, you don't have them. I told you. If you got, you got a fortune, you got $1 billion worth of gold sitting under your house, but you don't know it, it's easy as hell for me to come and get that gold, because all I got to do is send you on vacation. Hey, my nigga, you want a trip to Bahamas, or you want a trip to Cabo San Lucas for 3 weeks? I'm paying for everything. What, nigga? Oh, shit. Baby, we going to Cabo. You get out there. While you gone, nigga, I got the bulldozer and the construction, nigga. I'm all under your crib, getting that $1 billion. That's what they're doing to you. Oh, excuse me. Oh, the thing was falling. But that's what they're doing to you. So, again, please start learning this law. Know Your Rights Foundation. or the Know Your Rights manual right here. Please go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org if you just want the whole package that comes with the police or the public official bonds. This is tell you how to put that lien on that police insurance or that police credit right here. Then you also get constitutional rights card. Bam, you already know that right there. Qualified immunity card. Bam, these cops lose that qualified immunity right there. And also just lets them know how they lose that qualified immunity. This is all the Supreme Court cases, the court cases that lets them know how they lose that qualified immunity. What you guys don't know is if you tell them that they're violating your rights on camera, this is very important. If you alert them that they're violating your rights or that they're in danger of violating your rights on camera, they lose their qualified immunity. It says it right here. A police officer or public official loses their qualified immunity when they knowingly violate the law. That means if I got you on camera and I tell you, officer, you're in danger of violating my Fourth Amendment right, and then they proceed to do that without investigating what that right may be that they're about to violate, they lose their qualified immunity. You got them right on tape. They can't go to court and say, well, I didn't know. Well, I got you right on camera. I got him right on camera saying that you were about to violate his rights. You are, and the cop and the police officer is sworn an oath to the Constitution to protect your rights. So he has an obligation to investigate whether he's about to violate your rights. Period. So this is why you gotta, told y'all. Y'all get that Black's Law Dictionary. That's gonna teach you the law. But this law package right here, you give the police officer these cards and you say, I don't answer questions. Better yet, even have this damn shirt on. I don't answer questions. you can do that. Give them that, then point to your shirt. I don't answer questions. Or give them that, point to this shirt. What's your name? What's your surety bond number? All of that. Trust me. Police officer hears that, they're going to stop in their tracks. They don't think you know anything about a bond or insurance. There's a video that we showed in police stop law class where this dude was stopped and he called his mom, who was a police officer. This is New York. And so the two cops pulled him over for some bullshit. So he called his mom, had his mom on the speakerphone, right? So he says, Mom, yeah, they pulled me over, blah, blah, blah. So he says, okay, well, let me talk to him. So the police officers come up and she's talking to him on the phone, through the speakerphone, asking him what they pulled him over for and this and that. And then she says, okay. And then she told him, her son, she says, ask them for their name and badge number. And so he said, and their insurance number, right? He says that over the loudspeaker. She says, ask them for their insurance number. And then the police officer goes, whoa, she's not supposed to, she knows she knows we're not supposed to give that up. No, like that. He jumped crazy. Then as the son is talking to his mom, the police officer just kind of backed on up. Nigga just eased on out the way, and then you looked around and them niggas got in the car and took off. They didn't say nothing else. Them niggas, after the insurance asked, them niggas like, hey. And they backed up, got in the car, and took the fuck off. Didn't say nothing else. But when she asked for that, she said, ask him for the insurance number. Them niggas went, oh, wait a minute. She knows she's not supposed to ask for that. They got real upset. If she's a cop, she knows she's not supposed to ask for that. So, bam. Because you can place a claim on that when they violate your rights. So when they come up to your damn car, you say, what is your name, badge, and surety bond or insurance number? Watch their whole face flip around when that go down. All right? You already know. We got the police stop flashcards. This is volume 1 right here. Volume 2, baby. We got the 2 volumes right here. Just so y'all know, volume 1, volume 2. This deals with more stuff, more police stop stuff, more foot stop stuff right here. You know, things dealing with deeper with search. Can police officers search you without a warrant at a police stop? And just so you know, they can in certain situations. You got to know why when they can. But volume 1, volume 2, we got a volume 3 coming out not too long. But this is it right here, man. We got this, trying to make it as easy as possible for you niggas to learn your rights. I know how hard it is because the law is spread here, spread all over there. So I'm trying to compile all the most important shit that y'all need to know in one place so that y'all don't have to go looking 50 million places like I did. It's all in one spot. Boom, just come here, learn that, and then maybe that will spark you to go out and learn more law. But there's a certain core hub foundation of law that you should know before you step out of your door, and that's definitely how to deal with those police. That's definitely teaching your kids how to deal with the police, because they're the biggest targets of the popo, period. Not you, it's your kids. Because the kids look like they grown, but you know, they're not. And so we can tell these kids whatever, and they're the most scared of the police. So we got these kids, so just arm them up. Arm these kids up, man. What would it look like if they stopped the kid, a 16-year-old kid, and he started busting out the law? Do you have reasonable articulable suspicion, officer? What was I doing? What was I doing that led you to believe I was about to commit a crime, I am in the midst of committing a crime, or I had committed a crime? Do you have, I mean, boom. Start hitting them with all of this stuff. Do you understand how, first of all, how viral that would go? And spark other kids to be doing that shit? We got to do it. It has to start somewhere. Let it be with you and your kid. So if you want the whole police stop law package, please go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. If you just want the package, you get all of that. But if you want it for free, you got to go to Reelnagas.com and order the Great Book of Melanin Research. This is 114 years of research, what they've been doing on you. A lot of in here what explains why the Hokey did, or the Hokey and also the row didn't work as well on us as they thought it was supposed to. This melanin, baby, you better learn what this shit is. Antiviral, antifungal, antibacterial. Absolutely. So that's all in here. This is the hard copy though, so don't order the digital copy thinking you got to get the police stop law package. So order the hard copy, Great Book of Melanin Research, on Reelnagas.com, and I will give you the whole police stop law package for free. You only get one deck of cards though. You don't get both of these. So when you order, make sure you tell me which one you want. You want volume 1 or volume 2? All right, so you don't get both. Sorry. But you do get it for free if you order this. If you just want to, like I said, just want the package, just go to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Go there and sign up and volunteer, because we need to build. This is the organization I was talking about that we're going to build up, that's going to have that force to fight with these cats in the future. This is what you have to do. What better organization to fight back with than an organization called Know Your Rights Foundation? I mean, shit. I mean, that says it all right there. That's the most gangster vehicle that you can be in to assert your rights. It's a vehicle called Know Your Rights Foundation. And we're a 501c4, meaning we legally can lobby for, politically, to change laws, to change shit, get shit done. So this is what we got to do. We can be just like the NRA. The NRA got all that goddamn power. They're at 501c4. There's no reason we have to be any different than them. They just have the people that's backing them believe in what they're doing. Right now, that's what you need to do. I know you felt the law ain't been working for you this whole goddamn time, but the law ain't been working for you because you refuse to know it. It worked for Johnny Cochran. I tell you that shit. Worked for Johnny. Doesn't fit. You must have quit. My nigga Johnny. And on that note, I'ma holler at you niggas later. Get that law. Reelnagas.com, knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Get over there, volunteer, donate. Let's get this shit off the ground. Deuces.